Welcome and what is up everybody, this is Casper Trader back here with another live stream today. It has been so long since we made our last live stream and I'm super excited to see you guys again on our live stream. Just to get started I guess, we'll start analyzing a few stocks. And if you guys are joining in, make sure to type something in the chat, and I'll be watching that closely. If you guys have any questions, want me to go over any stocks, we'll get started. Then we'll go over them. But let's just get started with my top 5 stocks that I mentioned in yesterday's video that I'm looking to buy after the coronavirus crash to do technical analysis on. Before we do that, I'm actually gonna start off with SPY because that's just the overall tracker of the stock market. So, if we take a look at the MACD indicator, the MACD is definitely oversold. It looks like the SPY has to bounce up sometime soon. But with these crazy news going around, we never know when it's gonna bounce back up. Welcome, David. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, so I definitely see that SPY is oversold, but you can't really time the market exactly, but you can get some clues as to on what's going on, what's gonna go on in the near future. And the RSI is also pretty oversold, but it's starting to bounce up, meaning that we may have some potential turn upwards, but we don't know that for sure. So let me go over one of my favorite stocks, Microsoft. Microsoft. Gotta love this company. This one has been growing really nicely, and this one actually is a pretty easy pattern to read. That using the 180-day SMA, it is almost always used it as a support. Basically around this area is used as support, this area as a support, and right here as a support. And who knows, maybe again, it'll use it as support. And there's not really any trend lines I can draw. But one thing I did notice is as for a little bit more of a short-term kind of support and resistance factor to notice, is that the what is this called? The moving average. Okay, so the exponential moving average EMA line for 15 periods is almost always since around October. Welcome, Top Gaming Clips. So the EMA has actually been being used as a support recently, and as a resistance in this month so far. As you guys can see, the stock Microsoft actually used it as a resistance actually last week, and it bounced down ever since it hit that trend line. So that's something I'd take a look at. One thing I would actually be curious to see what happens is because I said it in such a New York accent, but one thing that I think that would possibly happen is that the EMA might come close to the SMA, causing the stock price to bounce around and squeeze, creating kind of like a pennant or a flag pattern. And with that, the stock might either go up or down a lot in a certain direction. And hopefully, for Microsoft being the huge company it is, it's probably gonna go up. So yeah, that's something interesting. If you guys have any stocks, the people watching it right now, if you guys have any stocks you guys want me to go over, let me know. I'll be happy to go over them. I'm super happy to see you guys joining in. So the next stock that I'm going to do some analysis on is NextEra Energy. This is honestly, I would say, my favorite growth stock. And it's on a tie with, let's say, Microsoft, because I love both of these stocks, but NextEra Energy, once it got hit by the coronavirus, it spiked up like crazy one day, and now it's back to being at its almost all-time highs, and it's been doing really, really well. Alibaba, Shadow I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but Alibaba, I'll go over that one right after NextEra Energy. So, NextEra Energy has also sort of been using the 180-day SMA as a support, but if we take a look maybe at the 4-hour chart, it'll use it more closely. It crossed over it, so maybe not as much, but let's go back to the 1 year, 1 day. And let's try to draw a trend line. I'm not sure if I have my settings on. I'm not an expert with TOS because I usually use Schwab's platform. So please excuse me if I do not know how to use some features. But yeah, we can draw a trend line here, and as you guys can see, it is actually used as support 3 times so far. Once here, second time here, and a third time right here in February. And I think it's actually going to be a valid support line, but it's not really relevant to what's going on. Will it pull back at draw ball? I'm not really sure if it'll pull back. You can't really predict anything, but with this stock, since I've been watching it for a really long time, I think most likely the lowest it'll go, if some big coronavirus news come back out, the lowest it'll go is back down to this area, which it probably even won't. So I'm actually, if once Robinhood finally releases the fractional shares, I know some big YouTubers have got them so far, but I know I haven't yet. But once I get it, I'm super happy to start averaging in. Like, I'd put 30 bucks in right now because it's at a decent price. Maybe if it dips down to 260, I'd buy some more. So one thing that I really like doing is dollar cost averaging, because you never know what's going to happen. But I definitely see that Nexter Energy could have a little pullback back to maybe like 250, where we can scoop up some shares. And yeah, let's go over Alibaba. Alright, so 1 second, let me type that in. Baba. I love this stock, honestly. And I'm surprised that it hasn't been like extremely badly affected by the coronavirus news, because, I mean, it's a Chinese company and they manufacture stuff in China, so that's just something interesting. Let's see some, if we can draw some trend lines. I see some support going on right here, some resistance, and I think we could actually draw a, this won't be a super exact pattern because it's not following it precisely. Yeah, it's Chinese and nothing happened. So, taking a look at Alibaba, I think that Alibaba is forming the. Dang it, I haven't done so much. I haven't done a lot of technical analysis in a while, and I've actually forgot the names of these. Do you guys remember what this kind of pattern is called? I'm pretty sure it's called a pennant, a downward pennant. Do any of you guys know what it's called? Let me know. Welcome, Blue Sky. I'll go over TVIX next to analyze. But do any of you guys know what this pattern is called? I'm pretty sure it's a pennant. Here, let me look it up. Pennant. Pattern. I don't see any comments going on, so. Yeah, it's looks like a bearish pennant. There you go. A pennant, something like a pennant. I'll just call it a pennant. Yeah, so I thought it was a bearish pennant because it's going down lower and lower and lower, but it could probably jump up into any direction once it leaves this pennant pattern. But yeah, I definitely see some interesting things going on, because I think it'll probably bounce around these two support and resistance lines for a little bit. And then at a certain time, it's probably going to decide to go at a certain direction. Oh, it's a bear flag. Thank you, Blue Sky. Thank you, thank you. It's Riri. Thank you for saving your Riri. Yeah, so the bear flag pattern, and it'll probably go either up or down. It usually goes down because it's called a bear flag for a reason. And I would actually probably say, since it's Alibaba, it might probably go up. Okay, so let's go over TVIX. I remember trading this. I love to trade this because I had a huge swings and big movements. And we're definitely going to have to zoom in on this one. Wow, so since the coronavirus, wow, it went from $39 to $181. This basically tracks the volatility in the stock market. Let's go on the 30-minute charts. Okay, so I would say it's actually using the 180-day SMA as a support, and it's using that to bounce. I don't know if we can actually draw any patterns here. I have my VWAP on right here. I don't know why my VWAP is on the 30-minute charts, but whatever. But yeah, I don't really see any like steady pattern, support, and resistance we can draw, because it's been so volatile recently. Maybe if we zoom in more, 15 minutes. I mean, there's a support here for sure, around this area. Double top pattern, maybe might be going on, but there's no like concrete patterns we can draw here that I know of, at least, except for a maybe support and resistance that I see here, but it might break it pretty soon because it's not anything that's been following for like months and months and months. Yeah, it looks kind of random Dribble. So, any other stocks you guys want me to go over? I'm gonna give it 10 seconds, and if not, if you guys don't say anything, I'm gonna go over one of my other stocks that I mentioned in the video. SPY. I did that in the beginning of the video, but the majority of people watching right now haven't been in the beginning, so I'll just do a quick analysis again. So SPY has been using the 180-day SMA as a support until recently, where it has been using it as a resistance, along with the EMA, 15-day EMA. As you guys can see, it hit the EMA and it dropped down. Carnival Cruise, next up, by the way. Yeah, so it has been using the SMA as a support back then, and now it's been using it as a sort of as a resistance, as well as the EMA. So I'd be watching really closely to see if it keeps using the EMA as a resistance, because right now, I guess, since the RSI is pretty low, MACD is pretty low, I could see the stock bouncing back up to around the area of maybe 310. And from there, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll break, or it'll keep following the same pattern that it's right now, that it's using the SMA at the EMA as a resistance. Let's go over CCL. All right, Carnival Cruise. So, do any of you guys here watch Jeremy from Financial Education? Because I know he loves this stock. I actually bought one share on a different account like a while ago. I think it was around 50 or like 45. Yeah, you guys know Jeremy? Awesome. He's been buying so much of this, but it's been going down and down and down and down. I bet he's down like 30% on his position right now. It's insane. I'm honestly not going to buy this stock until it starts curling back up, because I'm mixing the knowledge from Jeremy and Ricky from Ricky's channel. I'm just going to wait for the confirmation whenever the stock starts consolidating for a bit, and then once it starts turning around, then I'll start buying. But yeah, the dividend yield on the stock is pretty nice. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have the chat open here. Let me see if I can move it over, because I don't see your full messages, because they cut off a little bit. Let me see if I can edit that real quick. I can move this over a little bit more. All right. Yeah, maybe even a little more. And boom. Okay, I could see you guys all. Awesome. What did you short Friday, Riri? I shorted it Friday, wish shorted earlier. CCL? Yeah. Well, those are probably some nice profits from shorting CCL. Alright, so yeah, CCL has been using the SMA as a resistance a little bit, except for here once it broke over. And then since then, I noticed that the EMA has been used as a resistance point once, twice, 3 times right here. And now it's just been falling down like crazy. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Let's see, 4-hour chart maybe. There's not much going on here that we can draw support and resistance lines, because it's been a pretty steep downward pattern. I guess what we can kind of draw, maybe see from here, a support right here and a resistance right here. I guess that's something we can infer that the stock is gonna follow, except it broke it right around this area, so who knows if it'll follow it again. But yeah, we'll see. Boom. All right, yeah. So that's what I would consider the support and resistance for the stock, but again, it could easily be broken because it's super volatile right now. All right, so AAL next up. Here, let's just see if we can find some more stuff on the stock, because yeah, no, that's what I would say is a support and resistance, because there's not like a long history of where it was down to this area, unless we go for the week maybe. Yeah, the stock was never this low, so there's not really like some all-time low supports we can draw. So that's the only thing I could infer from it. But yeah, if you guys have anything else, just let me know. So any other stocks besides AAL? American Airlines, right? I think so. Yep, American Airlines. You think it might pull back because of the amount of recovered cases spiking? Oh yeah, that's true. Because there's also been a lot of the coronavirus people who are recovering. There's been like over 30,000 people recovered from the disease. So I guess the stocks might go back up after a bunch of news of people recovering and it not being as bad as people thought. I'll go over TRIB right after this. And INO. Again, American Airlines dipped down like crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can find some long-term supports. No long-term supports. All these airline stocks are at like their all-time lows. It's crazy. Maybe let's go at the 1 hour chart. Let's see what we can do here. So if we were to draw a support here, or maybe even start with a resistance, I'd say this is kind of the pattern that it's following, the support and resistance. But again, it's not something super concrete that we could infer on and trade confidently on. So yeah, I would be careful with stocks like these because they might they might rebound any day because it's just the RSI is just so on the oversold side that it might just jump up at any time, but it also could just keep going down and down. So I'd say it's just a little risky in my taste, but if you guys know how to trade these, 100% go for it. Alright, so next up, TRIB, and then after that, INO. Let's see if we can. Whoa. Yeah, that's some interesting penny stock stuff. Alright, let's zoom in. Alright, so one thing I did notice is that even with these crazy out of nowhere spikes, it has been sort of following this same kind of resistance area of around $1.69. And if we zoom in more, maybe you can see more. Maybe even more. Yeah, so it had a similar pattern to Bitcoin. If you guys remember Bitcoin, it had a huge spike up. Maybe not too similar, but it had a huge spike up, another spike up, and then it went down, 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 and then started recovering. So, yeah, draw ball. So let's see the 15-minute chart. Yeah, it looks similar to Bitcoin. All right, let's see if we can draw a support here. Yeah, I'd say this is actually not a terrible support that we can draw here. It's been following it pretty nicely, and then I would say another support that it's been following is sort of this one, but it's not too exact. Maybe we can edit that a little bit. Let's try to edit that. Boom. Let's move that up. All right. Yeah, so it's been following kind of this area of support and it's creating a new resistance on this line. So I think it's probably going to bounce up from now, but with penny stocks, you never know. They may release some news that they found the coronavirus cure. I mean, who knows? But you guys know how it goes with penny stocks. But if I were to analyze this, do some technical analysis, this is what I would say. It's using this trend line as a support and this as a resistance. And an overall resistance that I'd be cautious of is the area of 169, 170. Just to make sure when the stock is around the area, just be careful because it might dip down because that's what it did recently. It's a test kit company. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so next up, INO. By the way, do you all see the amount of people joining us on the live stream? Because I don't have any information showing me how many people are in the live stream at the moment. Does it show you guys? And if yes, how many people are in? I'm curious. Four people? Hey! The same amount of people that were in my live streams back when I was at like 200 subscribers. Nice. Awesome. Welcome, Producer Boy 29. How's it going? Alright, so INO. Wow, this stock is boomed. This one, does this one have anything to do with the coronavirus? Because it's been going up like crazy recently. Yeah, there was a break. Coronavirus vaccine. So let's see if we can analyze this a little bit. So I know it may be a little confusing looking right now with all these VWAPs lines, but if you guys take a look, it's highlighted right now. The trend line, the moving average exponential EMA, actually is being used as sort of a support. The stock is using it as a support. Right here, it bounced once, twice, three times, and it may be getting close to a fourth time bounce on this line right here. But other than that, I don't really see any kind of support and resistance we can draw because it's been just all over the place. It's probably heavily based on news and what they release. But yeah, that's something I would watch out for. There's not really much more I could probably draw from this. But yeah, that's what I would say. Just be careful with these. Again, like, look at the RSI, look at the MACD. The MACD is going crazy nuts. It's at 2 right now, and it could keep going up because who knows? Maybe tomorrow they'll release that they've found a vaccine for coronavirus and it's been 100% effective. Like, you never know, right? What's going on, David? Oh. You guys are hilarious. TLT. Let's check out TLT, Dreball. Welcome, welcome, Greg. Watching on 2 devices. Alright, I'll analyze STZ right after TLT. What is TLT? Is this a bond ETF? 7 people watching now. That is amazing, guys. You guys are awesome. So, TLT right here. You guys are awesome. So, TLT spiked up recently. You guys remember back, how long ago was this? A few months ago when the bond yield curve inverted and everyone was freaked out about a crash, and there wasn't a crash, and now this actually might be the crash that's going on. That's a little thing that I forgot, and I'm remembering. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, TLT has had a huge spike up recently. We gotta zoom in even more, maybe even 30-minute charts. It's been using the SMA as a support. The SMA is such a trustworthy indicator. I love that one. It's been bouncing off of it pretty repetitively, here, and now it's actually went up and above. But one thing I would actually notice is that the sort of pattern in the RSI, if you take a look, on Tuesday, it bounced up on the RSI, and then I don't even know if RSI technical analysis is a real thing, so if I'm wrong, please tell me. But with the RSI, I noticed that it got to the low area right around here and here, and it's had a similar length of how long it was in the mid range, how long it was up above. So from what I can tell, it looks like the stock is going to dip down maybe to around $160, or the ETF is going to dip down to $160, and that'll be actually a pretty good dip buy opportunity, and you could buy some more. But yeah, it's up 5% today. That's massive. Oh, it bounced because the Fed cut rates. Yeah, the emergency rate cut. That was probably the reason for that. Alright, so I gotta make a quick intermission right now, and I gotta ask you guys, what do you guys think about the sound quality right now? Is it good? Bad? On a scale of 1 to 10. Anything above a 5 is awesome. It's just awesome. Good, 9, good, 8. The sound quality, not song. Sound quality. Oh my gosh, STZ. Yeah, so that's good, because I got a mic recently, and I just wanted to test it out with the live stream. Oh, 10,000, awesome. Because I remember I used to just record it with earbuds on, and I don't remember if that quality was good, but hopefully this is much better. Yeah, I just want to improve the quality a little bit. And I started recording videos on my computer. Yeah, so if we take a look at the... Oh, this is some good technical analysis stock. I love this one. I know I'm going to have some fun with this one. Yeah, so if we take a look, see the SMA hasn't been doing much here. I guess you can say that it bounced here, uses a resistance here. But, and also the EMA has been used as a resistance right around here. Use it to bounce right here, bounce down. And we could draw a support line here, right here. Boom. Awesome. Some good technical analysis stock. Overall support right around this area that it used to bounce, right, once and twice here. And let's see. This is not really relevant, but I guess, no, it's not really relevant. Never mind. Forget what I'm about to draw. This is just for something that happened in the past. It may not be super relevant now, but if you take a look, it used this trend line as a support, then it broke below, and now recently it started using this trend line, which actually there's a chance that it might be relevant soon. This support line as a support. So I think that maybe once the stock bounces back up, it actually might consider this as a support or resistance later on, either when it crosses over or if it just hits it, it might bounce down. Yeah, so yeah, I would say that's my analysis for STZ. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. So how is the Instagram business doing? Instagram business, Riri, I'm so glad you remembered. It's been going fine, and that's what I've been basically using to fund my Robinhood account and all my other trading accounts. So it's basically been supporting my channel, because I started off with 500, lost that all, started with 200 again, lost that all, and then I'm like, I need to make some money somewhere. So I started doing Instagram. That's been going decent, and that's what I used to fund my account. Top Gaming Clips actually made a good point right now. He says, guys, like the video. I mean, I'm not gonna beg you guys, but if you guys could do that, that'd be awesome. Alright, so what do you mean, David, by TA? Yeah, Riri? Awesome. So, thanks, Drabble. 8 people watching now. Awesome. Thank you guys all for joining. If anyone just joined in right now, welcome to the live stream. Oh, technical analysis. Wow, I did not know that's what you guys meant. So technical analysis is so subjective. No wonder no one makes money. I mean, some people do make money. If you take a look at Ricky, I think Patrick Wieland is his name. That guy also does pretty well. I think it all depends on your skill level and your experience, because I do think that patterns do tend to repeat, but there's always that chance that it might just not follow the pattern, just spike in the other direction that you think it's going to go in. Volume's also a good factor, Riri. That's right, that's right. Alright, so any stocks you guys want me to analyze? I'm going to give it 10 seconds. If you guys don't come up with anything, then I'm going to go with one of my old stocks that I mentioned in yesterday's video. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Tesla. Alright, Tesla. I love this stock. I can't wait to buy this stock with fractional shares. This one is going to be amazing. Dogecoin. Tesla is looking kind of like a penny stock right now, if you don't factor in the price, obviously, because no penny stock costs $700. But yeah, Tesla has been doing crazy. I remember that I was really considering buying the stock. I think it was at 350 or something once it boomed, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll dip down a little bit, and I'll buy a share. And then right now we take a look, it's at $700. It's insane. Do you guys have any stories about trying to buy Tesla when it was lower and then like completely regretting it? Yeah, but it happens. I mean, you gotta live with the FOMO sometimes. So I can see that Tesla's been using the EMA as a resistance point and as a support point once, twice, 3 times here, and as a resistance once so far here. So I'd be careful if it's approaching it like sometime next week. I'd be careful to see if it'll bounce back down from it, or if it'll break above. You should start selling naked options as a challenge. You've lost money buying options, a great strategy. Yes, I know, David. You've been telling me about this for so much time. But I don't know. I'm just right now. I'm like done with options. I don't want to touch them. But I do believe it's a good strategy. And maybe if I build up my portfolio to like maybe 10K, then I might put like one grand into like a stock that I can start selling options on and see how that goes. So yeah, that's a good suggestion. Drawball sold Tesla right before the drop of February 4th. Oh, you sold it right before? Oh, so you got so lucky. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Did you make any profits, Drawball? Draball. I don't know how I should address your name. Yee. Bought at 450? Or 450 shares? Oh, you bought it at $450 and you sold it at 960. Wow. So you basically doubled your money. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, so it depends on the market. Markers are buying or retail. I don't see anything that Tesla is such a slick company. I really want to get one of their cars once I get a lot more capital saved up, but because they're not the cheapest cars, but they're making some more and more affordable cars, so that's some pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, I really like the design of their cars, their Cybertruck. They're coming up with some like I don't know, actual like like transportation truck I saw, and this company has just nothing but like great ideas coming ahead of them. So I definitely see this company booming just as a fundamental of the company. Yeah. Like Graham Stephan says, make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, when is Tesla releasing its earnings? Do you any of you guys know? Because that'll also be like a big factor. That'll be probably next month, I think. Lol. I am in two amazing Discord groups that are using specialized algorithms as them making amazing calls. Oh, that's interesting, Riri. If you want, you could DM me on Discord about that. I'm pretty interested. Or you could just tell people in the group. Just mention it in the group. That Tesla semi-truck looked mad nice, to be honest. Couldn't agree more. What's up, Darkman X2G? Darkman X2G. Long time no see. I responded to your comment. I saw you responded back. It's good to see you again. 422 is when it's releasing its earnings, Tesla. So yeah, that'll be a big factor. Or 428, something like that. So yeah. If we take a look even closer at these Tesla shares, let's see, 1 hour. I don't like actually, I'm going to keep it at 4 hours so we don't have that annoying VWAP. Or no, the VWAP is there all the time. Never mind, you just really can't see it when it's zoomed out. So let me zoom in a little bit if I could figure out how to zoom in. Boom! Did you guys see that? I figured out how to zoom in. No, I'm just kidding. But let me try it. Boom. Alright, yeah. So, in the 4 hour, I mean, I guess it has kind of been using the SMA as a support, but not really at the same time. This could technically be used as resistance for the stock, but it's just been all over the place. There's not like any specific support and resistance it's been following that I could say. But one thing I did notice is the lowest drop that I had here, it's kind of using as support right now, I guess. So that's something I would take a look at. Yeah. APPL or AAPL? Apple stock or APPL? Drebble. Alright, let's see. 10 people watching now. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Awesome. I'm going to do Apple puts on their earnings. Do you mean Apple stock or APPL? Oh, sorry about that. Got a little buzz on my phone. Notification. Alright, so Netflix. Oh, we could definitely go over Netflix. Wait, isn't Apple AAPL? Oh yeah, so what's AAPL? Oh, you just probably meant that as a short way to say it. Okay, yeah. So let's go over Apple. Oh my gosh, my one Apple share is still on the positive that I bought like remember buying an Apple share on my Robinhood portfolio. It's the biggest stock gainer that I've had so far. I bought it right around this area, and I bought it for a swing trade. And I was gonna sell it, but I'm like, maybe I'll wait a little longer because it keeps going up. And it just went up $86 since I bought it, so that's been a pretty nice stock to hold. But yeah, let's take a look and zoom in. You guys know what this is reminding me of? This pattern? This is reminding me of something. Let me think. Because history does tend to repeat itself, so this is reminding me of something that happened a while ago. The '08 crash. LMAO. Alright, let's see. Oh, it doesn't even go back to 2008, but let's take a look at the 1 year, 1 day. So if we take a look at this, then we can see, yeah, let's take a look. Actually, what? I don't see anything going on. We would need to, I swear, this is similar to the 2018 drop in the stock market. The 2018 right around here. Except it's the inverse. It's the exact opposite. Take a look right here, guys. Take a look. So, the stock market right now, the big, I guess, growth here is the opposite. So it dropped completely right now, right? And it had two bounces, or two or three bounces, 2.5 bounces, and it went, okay, so it had 2 or 3 bounces before it fell down, right? And now what's going on here, if we take a closer look, it's having one bounce right here. Again, it might be another bounce to the to the SMA, no, the EMA, sorry, and then probably another bounce, and it might even fall more. Oh, actually, no. We'll see. Maybe it'll fall more. Probably. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Had a huge drop, so it's not the opposite. My bad. Yeah, so it's similar to what happened back then. It had the bounce here. It's probably gonna drop down a little more, maybe to 260 SPY, and then it'll probably come back to its all-time highs. There you guys go. I predicted the future. That'll be $100 each. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and adios. That was a joke, by the way. Yeah, no, so hopefully that happens so we can predict that and make some nice profits from that. But the lower the stock market keeps going, the happier I get, because the better prices there are, and I can't wait to buy these discount prices. So let's go back to Apple, because I didn't really even analyze that stock. So it's been using the EMA as a resistance right here, and there might be a sort of support we can find here. Oh, this might actually be interesting. If we look at the 4-hour, I'll read the chat in a second, everyone, so please give me a second. Let me just analyze the stock. So if you guys take a look, Apple has bounced down to this area a few times, and now it's using it as a support right here. We can zoom in. So right here, it bounced, used it as support, and now it's using it as a resistance, actually. So it kind of uses it as a resistance here, and now it's really using it as a resistance. Sorry, too much talking at the same time. But yeah, that's definitely something interesting I'm going to keep an eye on. But yeah, overall, I just be cautious of this trend line, and once it starts approaching that, and then right around this area as well. Right here. Because that's all-time highs, and it's been using that as a resistance a few times. So yeah, let me read the chat. So I sold a put spread 291. You sold a put spread, David. If you sold a put spread, can you please explain, because I'm having trouble trying to imagine this. So you sold a put spread 291, 290 on SPY or on Apple? On SPY or Apple, David? If you're still watching here, that'd be pretty awkward if you weren't. He means SPY. Alright, so if you go back to SPY. So you sold a put. So you want it to go... Wait, if you're selling a put, does it mean that you want it to go up? Or how does that work? You want it to go down. Okay. You sold a put spread, so you want it to go down. Alright, awesome. So yeah. So you want the stock market to go down even more. All right, yeah, well, hopefully it goes down. Just to make you that money, yeah, of course. This is way more severe though. You're saying drab ball than the 2018. I could actually definitely agree, but that's why it's been dropping much more. If we take a look at the SPY in the weekly chart, it went down from 292 to 234. So that total drop is around, if I could do my math quick, $60, the SPY. And right now, if it's doing the same thing, that this is the original drop, and it'll still drop down probably another half or the same amount, which I don't know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But so far, it has already dropped down by around 30 points, or 50 points, so it could still definitely go down. But you guys know what my feeling is? My feeling is that it's gonna drop down more until this SMA line, and then from there it's gonna bounce up, and we're gonna be back in a bull market. That's kind of my feeling, but of course we're gonna see what's going on. And Riri said, I had grew my Weeble paper trading count by 350K. What? That's amazing, Riri. And as of Friday, I lost 75K. Ah, that sucks to hear. And you have not touched it because I want to see how hard it would dive down. Oh, but you're still on a profit though. You made 350K and you lost 75K. So you're still profit 275K. So, I mean, that's so good. Black Stock Friday. SPY down, 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 down. Let's see what the chat's saying. Alright, TLT calls. What about TLT calls, Mr. Cool Mealy? That's what I want. I have for the Fed meeting on March 18th. Oh yeah, what's the Fed meeting for March 18th? Anybody care to explain? Because I heard about it, but I'm not 100% sure. And in the meantime, I'm going to get some water, and I'll be back. This is going to be really short, so please don't leave. Yeah, so I'll be back in like 30 seconds. In the meantime, can someone please explain in the chat what the Fed meeting is going to be about? And I'd really appreciate that. Alright, I'm back. So, the Fed meeting is another cut of the interest rate. Oh, so they're going to decide if they're going to cut interest rates more? The rate cut was out of nowhere because they wanted to stop the bleeding for the Dow and SPY. But the actual Feds are having the meeting. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I agree with you, Riri. I don't think they're gonna drop the rates. We're having a pretty heated conversation, so I might just drag this over so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let's see what you guys see. Okay, this is what you guys see. Awesome. Yeah, so yeah, but a sale put should be opposite of buy put. Oh, okay, that was a while ago. So yeah. So the rate cut, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's going to get cut or not? I honestly personally don't think so because they already cut it by a lot, like by emergency. And then we of course got Donald Trump. Donald Trump, can you give us some insider information, please? Let us know. Are they going to cut rates or not? Buy puts, get rich. Alright, so let's see, yeah. Depends. Yeah, rates getting cut. Corona spreading in New York. Oh, darn. That sucks. You guys think it'll cut? They think they'll cut rates? Interesting. Oh, it's near Wall Street. Oh yeah, if one of the big Wall Street guys or like the one of the feds. Oh, this is one of my assumptions right here. If one of the feds or like someone actually important or like some famous actor is gonna get coronavirus, I bet the stock market's gonna tank, just go crashing down. The Pope. Wow. Or Trump. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna go over Netflix. I forgot to go over Netflix. So yeah, let's go over Netflix. Meantime, you guys keep talking, man. I'm so happy to have a live stream again. There's not a better feeling in this world than having a live stream and it being so active with you amazing people in it. It's just amazing. Never coronavirus scared of me. Donald Trump, you're the best. Let me try to shrink this a little bit. Alright. So it'll fit. Because I have this little margin here that you guys don't see, but I can see your comments and everything. So yeah. Alright, let's go to Netflix. Okay, so yeah. Let's analyze some Netflix stock. NFLX. Alright, Netflix. So Netflix here is... Oh, let's look at the maybe week chart because it has a more kind of visible pattern. So if we take a look, Netflix has actually been using this right around the area it's at right now as a support, where it usually tends to slow down, chillax for a bit before it dips down a little bit. And it's been kind of forming a bull pennant. Is that the word? Tell me, guys, is that the word? A bull pennant, this kind of thing, where it goes like boom, like that. Is that a bull pennant? Or is that a bull flag? Something. But yeah, I think it's forming some kind of this pattern where it's slowly going to be shrinking, bouncing. And yeah, right now I think it'll probably consolidate around this area like it usually does for a few weeks, maybe even a few months. And then from there, it'll probably dip down a little bit, and it'll probably break and go up because it's just a huge company that just keeps growing and growing and growing. Bull flag or pendant. Yeah, you're right, Riri. You're absolutely correct. And one thing I did notice is that it's using the EMA as a support. Right here, I used it once, twice, and a third time right here. So that's something I just take a look at and be cautious of. And let's take a look at the 1 year. Oh yeah, this pattern, this is like the hottest pattern I've seen in a while, and it's been following the pattern for a while. So it's been using this, it's not perfect, but you guys get the point. It's been having a nice staircase pattern. Please excuse my 2 trend lines that I drew because I just, it kind of changed the pattern a little bit, but it's been using this as a support, and it's been so consistent. I really like seeing stocks that are consistent because you can kind of plan out your trades. But yeah, it sucks I didn't see this earlier, but that was a good opportunity to buy back around this area. You would have made some nice profits. But yeah, that's my analysis on Netflix. You guys got any other stocks you guys want to analyze? Bull flag is when it gets tighter. A lighter tech. It's like a glass that works as a monitor used in future electric cars. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. Costco. Let's go over some Costco. Oh, this is gonna bring some flashbacks. I don't want to act like a grandpa or anything because I already did this on Tesla. But I remember back, I think it was late or early 2018. So even before these charts are, I remember, I think, I don't remember exactly the price of Costco, but it was probably around the $150 area. I remember considering to buy Costco, but I was like, you know what? Costco's going to dip a little bit more, and then I'm going to buy Costco. And guess what? It has over doubled since that time. Costco's been an absolute growth beast. And yeah, it's just been keep growing. Lol, you missed. Yeah, exactly. I missed. It's just been growing and growing and growing. And it's similar to Next Era Energy, where people aren't really afraid with it, with the coronavirus news affecting it, because it's almost the same thing that happened to Next Era Energy, where it just dip down and just back off where near its all-time highs, because it's not really affected by the coronavirus. Yeah. So I think that I don't know if we can draw any supports. You will get the next one, hopefully. But yeah, let's take a look at the support. I would say that it's a valid support. And a resistance. Let's see if this this isn't more of a okay resistance. Not really exact, but the support is decent, except for when it broke it right here. But I see the stock actually bouncing in between these and just keep on growing and growing and growing and growing. So yeah, that's my analysis on Costco. You guys got any stocks? And in the meantime, I'm gonna go over some Uber, because I love Uber. Does anybody else here like Uber or have some stocks in Uber? Let me know. Do any of you own some Uber? Have a nice evening, Riri. TLT. I'm pretty sure we already went over TLT, Mr. Cool. But we can go over that right after if you would like us to. Yeah, so Uber was good, then it tanked. Yeah, it was definitely good. I remember I bought some shares, 32, 33. I saw it growing and growing and growing, and it just completely tanked. You had some before earnings. Made some hella profits. Nice, nice, nice. So, yeah, if we take a look, it's actually been using this SMA line. No, EMA. I keep getting confused. I haven't done technical analysis in a while. I've just been dollar cost averaging and buying low. So this EMA line has been used as a support once, twice, and a third time kind of here until it broke below. And once it breaks below, it probably breaks the pattern, which it did. And now it used that as resistance again, and now it's dipping down more and more and more. But if we take a look, let's see if we can find any common support that it has. That's not really the support. That's not really a support. This is sort of a support, I guess, right around here. A place where it might slow down, but yeah, I think Uber, we never know with Uber, but the RSI is looking pretty nice, to be honest, with Uber. And I think it'll still bounce up. I actually want to buy some more shares of Uber, because I could like literally visualize this stock being at like $80, $90 in the next few years. So I definitely want to double my money for sure. So for Mr. Cool, let's go back to TLT and then right back at you at Draball. We're going to go to UVXY. You should do this every weekend and talk about next week patterns you see. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'll try to do it every week. If not, then at least once a month, because this is just awesome live streaming. I love live streaming. You guys are amazing. So, I really get to know you guys. That's why I like it. So TLT, let's go over TLT really quick. Show you kind of what we were talking about. So it's because of the rate cut, it kind of spiked up, and there wasn't a certain pattern that I saw here. But I would just say be careful with it, because it's just the RSI on this ETF is just really, really high right now, and so is the MACD. So I just be careful with the stock and do your own due diligence with it. So yeah, let's go over UVXY. Anyone here able to update me how many people are watching the live stream? About how many people are watching? If you could do that, that'd be awesome. 6. All right, not bad, not bad. Awesome sauce. So, if we take a look at the resistance here, we can see that UVXY. The thing is, with these kinds of ETFs, I'm not really sure that technical analysis always works, because it's an ETF that decays over time. As you can see, it's been just going down and down and down and down. But I guess we can take a look at it closer. Let's maybe take a look at the 1 hour charts. So yeah, I don't really see any significant pattern forming. All I can see is that it's close to hitting its usual highs, right around the area of $40, where it usually slows down, or like 38, where it usually slows down or dips down. And so is the RSI. The RSI is extremely high, and so is the MACD. So I'd just be careful about that one. Hopefully it drops. Isn't this the volatility? Isn't this similar to TVIX? Pretty sure it's similar to TVIX. Next stock. Let's go over another stock. Yeah. Drop ball. That's right. So, one stock that I actually really like, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't buy it on this dip because when the coronavirus came, is AT&T. I love this stock because it has such a huge dividend yield, and it's a pretty cheap stock, and it's actually stable, and it's growing, and it's just a nice stock. I remember I bought some shares, I think around this area, and I've just been collecting the dividend payments because that's some nice dividend payments. Sprint? Yeah, of course we can do Sprint after. Oh, my PC is running low. Please excuse me, guys, for 1 minute. I'm going to get my charger. I'll be right back. Bam, we got the charger in the house. Yeah, so I know you guys could probably barely hear me because my mic is far away, but wow, I just noticed that we've been live streaming for over an hour now, or well, close to an hour now. Wow, that's awesome. So I think we're gonna be starting to wrap it up. If you guys have like any stocks right now, just drop them in the chat right now. All the stocks you guys have, and we're gonna do some analysis on them. We could chat a little bit. And yeah, that'll be the live stream. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far, by the way. Yeah, so let's go over AT&T. AT&T, there's not really much analysis to do, to be honest. All I see is this kind of resistance right here. That's been sort of following, sort of not. I mean, yeah, kind of following a little bit. And a support right around this area that it broke below because of the coronavirus. Right here, yep, and that's basically all that I'd be looking at with AT&T. So let's go over Sprint. All right, you guys hear me okay? I think my mic is not connected. Yeah, never mind, it's connected. All right, so we're good. Yeah, awesome. So if we take a look at Sprint, whoa, why did Sprint jump up this much? Do you guys know? What was the reason for its huge spike? They merged with T-Mobile already? Oh, I thought that was just some like how do you call that? What do you call that? Just oh yeah, some rumors that they're gonna merge, but maybe they did. Maybe they did. Or they started working together, I don't know. Maybe something like that. Here, let me zoom in actually more so I can get a better look at the chart. Boom. Alright, so okay, yeah, to be honest, there's not really much technical analysis to do on this stock. Oh, they did merge. Oh, okay. But one thing I guess I could say is that support right here, kind of, possibly, and resistance right over here. But you can't really tell much when a stock makes like a big move like it did right here, because it could just either go up or down at any time. Maybe this might be like the new price range where it's bouncing around, Drabble. I think it might like Let's see, 1 year. It might be their Greg, thanks. It might be their like new area of support and resistance that'll start forming. Like maybe it'll just keep bouncing around between like 8.50 and like $10. It might just bounce around that. Just have more of a steady pattern. Yeah. So, any other stocks you guys want? 2 accounts. You guys are awesome. So by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys, but one of my old videos blew up, and we're getting close to being able to get monetized, and all we need is like 600 more out watch hours. I know that sounds like a lot, 600 watch hours, but at the rate we're going right now, I think we could do it in a week. We could possibly do it in a week. And once we do get monetized, I'm happy to say that because of all this hard work and we finally got here, I'm going to be using some of the money from our first month to do a giveaway to help support someone's portfolio, just to help people get some stocks in their portfolio. Maybe we'll see how much we make the first month, but we're going to do a giveaway, maybe like $20, $50, and we'll send it over to someone, a lucky winner. And that person will be able to buy some stocks in their portfolio, or hopefully fractional shares once Robinhood releases that to everyone. All right, yeah. So we got Berkshire B, we got GE, and we got Disney. All right, awesome. You just can't say coronavirus, the word LMAO, or you get demonetized. CV, yeah, CV, coronavirus, CV. But yeah, I don't know why every video that every YouTuber makes that has anything related to coronavirus, it gets demonetized right away. Like, it's not a bad word or something, or I don't know. I guess it's just a bad topic to make videos about. BRKB. Where are we at? Right here. So, Berkshire B. Oh, this might actually be a nice pattern. So, if we take a look, BRKB has a support right around this trend line right here. We could even drag it farther back if you guys want to take a look at that. If we could take it back here. So yeah. If we take a look at the 1 day now, I guess we can draw some more trend lines, because this is actually some support and resistance I see going on here. So a resistance that it had, well, semi-resistance that it had right here was around this area before it broke the pattern, and this was the support at the time, and it broke above, and now coronavirus, I guess you can use this EMA as a resistance right here. I guess we can use that as a resistance, just to see what's going on, and kind of the SMA, but it's actually using this this trend line right here as a good support. So that's something I'd actually take a look at, because that might be a kind of predictor for the overall market, because BRKB sort of kind of a little bit tracks the overall stock market. It doesn't really, but with the coronavirus, it kind of did track the stock market. That's what I'm trying to say. But it might bounce up from here, so that's interesting. Bounce on Monday? Maybe. All right, next up we got GE, and then after that we got Disney. So how many people are watching now? Let me give it a guess. 7 people watching right now. 4. So 4 or 6 or 5 or 5 people. All right, a little overestimate, I guess, but it's not bad. Yeah. So, how much is your 200 now? What do you mean, Shiv? By 200. All right, let's go over GE in the meantime. So, oh yeah, GE has had a huge bounce. All right, let's see, maybe around 1 year. Show us your portfolio. I would have to log into Robinhood. If you guys saw yesterday's video, there's nothing that changed. I showed you guys my portfolio, the stocks I'm holding and everything. But yeah, I got some Apple Nexter Energy, Microsoft, Uber. I guess you guys could just check out the other video so I can show you. Because I don't want to log in and show my info, that kind of stuff. Or like pause the stream to log in. Because I don't know how to pause the stream, to be honest. So I'd have to restart the stream and make a new video. But yeah, you could check out my old video, or I'll be making one next week. So yeah. I would say this is a good support right here with GE, and a resistance would be I guess we could draw this in because it's used that as a resistance here and as a support right here. So yeah, GE might be looking to bounce actually on Monday morning because it's at this support, and it might go or might bounce around until it hits the resistance at around $11.25. And let's go Disney. So how about we do you guys want me to analyze any more stocks? Let me know. Let me know. You guys want me to analyze any more stocks, or do you guys want to maybe chat about stock market conditions and stuff like that, or just anything? But just let me know, and we could see what we're gonna do with the rest of the time for the TLT. Carson, thanks for joining in. But we literally analyzed TLT two times already, but I guess we can do it again right after Disney. Why not? I'll just show you what we were talking about before. So let's go. Disney. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll go over it again. We got Disney, Planet Fitness, TLT. Wow, I didn't even notice that Disney fell that much. I thought Disney was doing pretty well because since it released Disney Plus and that kind of stuff. Alright, so Disney right here is using the SMA as a support right here. And there's not really a resistance that I can see, especially right now after its big drop. But that's something I'd just keep in mind, the SMA as a support for a Disney stock. And possibly the EMA might be a support or a resistance for Disney. I just take a look at that and the Disney CEO. Something with the Disney CEO happened. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Something happened. Didn't he? I don't want to say anything because I might be wrong. But there were some news about that I heard. But yeah, let's go over TLT really quick, just for you, Carson. Carson, what we said about TLT is that it spiked up mostly because of the emergency Fed rate cut, and right now the RSI is actually pretty high on it, so it's like pretty overbought. The MACD is pretty overbought, so I'd just be careful with the stock, or ETF to be exact. And yeah, just trade on. There's not really like support and resistance that we can find because it's just been going up and up and up. Alright, so we got Planet Fitness, and JP Morgan CEO had emergency heart surgery. Really? Wow. Oh my gosh. That's so sad to hear. Oh, and that's probably why it dipped down a lot too. Well, besides the coronavirus, that probably added on to the weight of its fall. Wow, that's really sad to hear. Wow. Do you think a put would be good on TLT? I don't want to make any decisions for you, but I stopped trading options because of the fact that I could not guess in the right direction, or educatedly guess in the right direction. But whatever you do, just make sure to be careful, and yeah, just control your profits and your losses. So yeah, Carson. So let's go over Planet Fitness, and one more stock. One more stock. Whoever lists the next stock, I'll go over that, and that'll be the last stock of the live stream. So yeah, and it'll be after the stock that someone said. Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness. Boom. All right. PLNT. Google. Boom. Last stock of the day will be Google, or last stock of the week. But Planet Fitness here. I remember when I owned some shares of Planet. Good thing I sold off when it was actually not that low. But this is kind of the support on Planet. Let's see if it. Oh, we can even extend the support because it looks like it used it previously. right around here. Oh wow, even more maybe. Okay, that's a long support line, but I could see that it's using it as support. So from all the stocks that we've actually analyzed, it looks like the coronavirus might not be taking the stock much lower. But like I said before, technical analysis, you can't really guarantee something to happen, but you can have a possible educated guess. So yeah. So I think that it's at its support right now, so it might be at a good buying area once it hits around the area of $61, $62, and has a good resistance area where it could go up towards of around 80. Let's see how high it can go. If it keeps going with the same pattern, of course, it could probably go to around $90. So if you were to swing the stock from 65 to 90, that'd be some nice profits. All right, last stock of the week, Google. All right, so Google stock right here is doing pretty well. Let's see what's going on. Maybe we can draw support here. I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's see how it looks. Not really. Yeah, let's get rid of that. So let's go to the 1 year. 1 year, definitely see that SMA right here acting as support. It did kind of cross below it, but one thing that I'd really be careful about with Google is that it's using the EMA and SMA as a support and resistance. So it'll probably like crunch together. It'll get closer and closer and closer until it explodes in one direction, and we never know in what direction that is. But hopefully that'll be upwards, because Google, it's a great company. It's just been growing and growing and growing. So yeah, I just say this resistance is at the EMA and the support is at the SMA. So yeah, that's the last stock of the day. Thank you guys all so much for watching. You guys have been amazing. I just love making live streams with you guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.